Understanding muscle loss and the nighttime solution. Have you ever woken up in the morning, sat on the edge of your bed, and just paused? Not because you're tired, but because your body feels a little heavier than it used to? Maybe your legs don't spring up quite as fast, or your arms feel like they're carrying invisible weights. And when you walk, it's not pain that slows you down, but the feeling that your strength, once reliable, is slowly slipping away. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. After the age of 60, this quiet but persistent decline in muscle strength happens to most of us. It has a name: sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. But here's the surprising part. Losing muscle as we age isn't just about getting older. It's about how we support or fail to support our body as it changes. And here's where things get interesting. Muscle doesn't only grow stronger from what you do at the gym or in your daily routine. It strengthens and rebuilds at night while you're asleep. That's right. Your body works the night shift, repairing and renewing your muscle fibers as you rest. But it can only do this incredible job if you give it the right tools. So what are those tools? They're the building blocks found in the food we eat, especially the food we eat right before bed. Because while you might think of a late night snack as a guilty pleasure, the right kind of bedtime nourishment can become your body's best ally in fighting muscle loss and regaining strength. Let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about how your food choices at night could affect the way you feel in the morning? What if a simple change, like eating one specific food before bed, could help you wake up feeling more energized, more balanced, more confident in your body again? That's what today's video is all about. We're diving into 4 natural bedtime foods that have the power to slow down muscle loss, rebuild strength, and help you wake up feeling stronger and steadier. And trust me, the last food we'll talk about only takes a spoonful to work, but the impact, it might just blow your mind. But before we get into the list, let's ground ourselves in something important. Muscle health is about more than just looking fit. It's about living freely, being able to walk upstairs without holding the railing, carrying groceries without strain, or simply getting up from a chair without a second thought. Now meet George. He's 74, a retired high school teacher who lost his wife 5 years ago. I met him over tea one afternoon, and he shared something many older adults can relate to. He said, "I don't sleep through the night anymore. And when I wake up, it's not that I'm in pain. I just feel stiff, almost like my body has been holding tension the whole night." He wasn't weak, per se, but he felt drained. His legs were no longer steady beneath him, and the strength in his arms, once so dependable, had faded. Like many people, George thought this was just part of aging, inevitable, unchangeable. But I suggested something incredibly simple. No medication, no intense workout. Just this: eat 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed for 2 weeks. And what happened? George reported back with a smile. He said not only was he falling asleep faster, something he hadn't experienced in years, but he was waking up feeling lighter, more refreshed, more stable. In his words, "My legs feel like they belong to me again." You see, kiwi isn't just a sweet snack. It's a natural sleep and muscle recovery hero. Quiet, unassuming, and shockingly effective. Let's explore why. For starters, kiwi is one of the only fruits that naturally contains melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain, "Hey, it's time to wind down." Unlike melatonin supplements that can disrupt your natural rhythm, the melatonin in kiwi works gently with your body. In fact, several studies show that eating kiwi before bed improves both the quality and duration of sleep, particularly in older adults. But that's just the beginning. Deep sleep, the kind that leaves you feeling refreshed, is when your body performs the most intense muscle repair. While you dream, your body is hard at work healing torn tissues, regulating hormones, and rebuilding strength. But this can only happen if you actually reach those deep stages of sleep. Kiwi helps unlock that door. But there's more. Kiwi is rich in antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, critical for reducing inflammation and oxidative stress in aging muscles. Why does that matter? Because inflammation slows down recovery and leaves your muscles stiff and sore. Antioxidants sweep that damage away, so your cells can focus on rebuilding. Kiwi is also loaded with potassium, a mineral that supports muscle contraction and helps prevent nighttime leg cramps. Something that anyone who's ever woken up clutching their calf knows can ruin your night. And here's the part that makes kiwi especially ideal for older adults. It's easy to digest, won't spike your blood sugar, and is low in sodium. So even if you're managing diabetes or high blood pressure, kiwi fits right into your routine. So what's the best way to enjoy it? Just peel and eat 2 ripe kiwis about 1 hour before bed. Take your time. Maybe enjoy them with a relaxing book or some gentle music. Think of it not just as a snack, but as a nightly ritual, a small act of kindness to your future self. Stay tuned, because next we'll talk about another unexpected bedtime hero, a food most people associate with breakfast, but that can transform your nighttime muscle recovery. The humble egg, the power of the egg at night. Now let's talk about the second hero on our list. It might surprise you. It's something most of us associate with breakfast. It's simple, it's versatile, and it's been on your plate for decades. The humble egg. But here's what you might not know. When it comes to preserving and rebuilding muscle as you age, especially during sleep, the egg is nothing short of a powerhouse. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine your body is a construction crew. Each night, as you sleep, that crew goes to work, repairing muscle tissue, strengthening bone, restoring balance. But like any good crew, it needs high-quality materials to do the job right. The egg provides just that. Now, most people know eggs are rich in protein, but not just any protein. Complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to grow and repair. That alone makes it gold. But there's one amino acid in particular that makes eggs especially potent for nighttime recovery: leucine. Leucine acts like a switch. When your body gets enough of it, it says, "Let's build." It triggers muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds new muscle. One large egg delivers around 6 grams of protein and about 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine. That's not just helpful, it's powerful. Why does this matter more as we age? Because as we grow older, our bodies become less responsive to small doses of protein. A 25-year-old might eat a small piece of chicken and build muscle, but for someone over 60, the same amount may not be enough. You need more concentrated, high-quality sources of protein, like the egg. But that's just a start. Eggs also deliver vitamin D, which is critical for muscle function, and often deficient in older adults, especially those who spend less time in sunlight. They also contain choline, which supports brain and nerve function, both essential for coordination and balance. Still worried about cholesterol? That's fair. Eggs have gotten a bad rap over the years. But modern research has shown that for most people, eating up to 1 egg per day does not increase the risk of heart disease. In fact, it may actually help improve your cholesterol profile by increasing the good kind, HDL. Let me introduce you to Lean. She's 68, always cheerful, always generous with her fruit bowl at health seminars. But she used to tell me, "When I get up in the morning, my legs feel like boiled noodles." She wasn't eating much at night, believing that skipping evening snacks would help her sleep better. But her body was missing the protein it needed to rebuild overnight. We added just 1 soft-boiled egg to her nightly routine. No big meals, no fuss. Within 2 weeks, she told me, "I didn't think it would matter, but I don't feel wobbly anymore. I feel steady." That's the beauty of it. The egg is small, gentle on the stomach, and surprisingly powerful. It's not about eating a heavy meal at bedtime. It's about targeted nourishment, giving your body exactly what it needs to heal and grow while you sleep. The best way to enjoy it? Soft-boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled in olive oil. Keep it simple. No heavy seasoning. Just warmth and nourishment. Coming up next, we'll dive into something unexpected. A crunchy little seed you might already have in your pantry. Pumpkin seeds, and why they might be the secret weapon your muscles have been waiting for. Pumpkin seeds, the tiny titans of overnight recovery. Now, let's shift to a small but mighty food, one you may already have tucked away in your kitchen cupboard. These little green gems go by many names: pepitas, squash seeds, or more commonly, pumpkin seeds. But don't let their size fool you. When it comes to supporting muscle health and quality sleep, pumpkin seeds are an absolute powerhouse. Let me tell you about Harold, He's 72, a retired gardener whose hands still look like they could till the earth. He came to me frustrated, not because of pain, but because every morning he woke up with tight, sore legs. He told me, I stretch, I move, but it feels like my muscles never actually rested. And I knew right away what was missing: magnesium. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for muscle relaxation. It helps reduce nighttime cramps, soothes tension, and ensures your muscles don't stay in a low-grade state of contraction all night long. If you've ever woken up feeling like you just finished a workout in your sleep, tight calves, aching thighs, you may be magnesium deficient. Here's the kicker. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds provides nearly 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's huge. And when you consume them at night, you're giving your body the tools to physically relax, not just mentally, but deep into your muscle tissue. But magnesium isn't the only magic in pumpkin seeds. They also contain tryptophan, the amino acid your body converts into serotonin, then into melatonin. It's the biochemical path to deep, restful sleep. Now, when you combine tryptophan with magnesium, that's a 1-2 punch that can help you fall asleep easier, stay asleep longer, and enter the deep phases of rest where muscle regeneration really happens. Let's not forget, pumpkin seeds also contain plant-based protein, around 7 grams per ounce, along with healthy fats that slow digestion and offer sustained release of nutrients throughout the night. This means your muscles aren't just fed once and done. They receive a steady supply of amino acids all night long. It's a quiet kind of nourishment. No sugar spikes. No late-night cravings. Just slow, gentle support while your body does a heavy lifting of healing. And for older men especially, pumpkin seeds offer another benefit. They're rich in zinc, a mineral vital for hormone balance, including testosterone levels. And since testosterone is directly linked to muscle mass and strength, that's a game changer. How do you enjoy pumpkin seeds at night? Simple. A small handful, about 1 tablespoon, is all you need. You can eat them raw, roast them lightly for added flavor, or sprinkle them over a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt for added protein. One tip: choose unsalted seeds. Sodium before bed can interfere with hydration and blood pressure. Keep it simple. Keep it clean. Here's what happened to Harold. After adding a small serving of pumpkin seeds to his bedtime snack, nothing fancy, just a tablespoon, he began waking up with less stiffness, fewer cramps, and more energy to start the day. It's like my legs finally learned how to rest, he told me. That's what the right nutrients can do. They don't shout. They don't demand. They simply support your body in doing what it's designed to do: recover, rebuild, and renew. Coming up next, we'll talk about one final food, a creamy, humble staple that's been underestimated for too long. It only takes a spoonful, but the impact on overnight muscle growth is profound. Stay tuned for part 4, cottage cheese, the silent night builder. Cottage cheese, the silent night builder. Now we come to the quiet champion of nighttime muscle recovery, a food so simple, so humble, it's often overlooked. But behind its plain appearance lies a slow-release powerhouse: cottage cheese. I know what you might be thinking. Cottage cheese? Really? That stuff your grandmother used to eat with pineapple? Yes, that one. But here's the truth. It might just be the most effective, low-effort, muscle-supporting bedtime food you've never fully appreciated. Why? One word: casein. Cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, a unique type of protein that digests slowly, very slowly. Unlike whey or soy proteins that your body breaks down in under an hour, casein can take up to 7 hours to fully digest. That means as you sleep, your muscles receive a steady drip of amino acids, keeping them fueled, protected, and actively repairing through the night. Imagine it like in 4 for your muscles, only tastier. Now let's meet Martha. She's 76, whip smart, full of life, but had recently found herself struggling to climb stairs or lift herself out of the car. Her legs felt like jelly in the mornings, and her confidence was fading. Doctors chalked it up to aging, but Martha wasn't ready to accept that. So we made one small change. Just a small bowl of low-fat cottage cheese, a few spoonfuls, about 30 minutes before bed. No shakes, no supplements, no pills. Just food. Within 3 weeks, Martha called me. It's like my body finally got the message, she said. I wake up steadier, stronger. I feel like myself again. That's the power of nourishment at the right time. But casein protein isn't the only thing cottage cheese is going for it. It's also high in leucine, the same amino acid we mentioned with eggs. Leucine is a trigger for muscle synthesis, and the more consistent your intake, especially overnight, the more your body responds. What about blood sugar? Cottage cheese is naturally low in carbohydrates, especially the plain varieties. That means it won't spike your insulin or cause a sugar crash while you sleep. In fact, its high protein content can help stabilize your blood sugar throughout the night. If you're watching your salt or fat intake, no worries. Look for low sodium or 1% fat options. They're widely available and just as effective. And here's a fun fact. Cottage cheese also contains calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that help support bone health. As we age, muscle loss and bone loss often go hand in hand. This food helps protect both. So how do you enjoy it? Keep it simple. A few spoonfuls plain. Or, if you prefer a touch of flavor, mix in a dash of cinnamon, a couple slices of banana, or even some kiwi. Remember that one? Just make sure not to overdo it. You want a light snack, not a full meal. And don't underestimate the ritual. Sitting down, taking a quiet moment for yourself, choosing something that feeds your body and supports your strength, that's self-care at its most powerful. As you age, you don't need dramatic changes. You need smart, sustainable, nourishing choices. And cottage cheese, in all its modesty, offers just that. A quiet ally in your fight to stay strong, mobile, and vibrant. So tonight, before you turn off the lights, remember, one small bowl, one big impact. Let your muscles rest and rebuild while you sleep. Conclusion, small habits, lasting strength. So now that we've walked through these 4 nighttime heroes, kiwi, egg, pumpkin seeds, and cottage cheese, let's take a moment to zoom out. Because this isn't just about food. It's about reclaiming your power, one simple choice at a time. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need to sign up for a boot camp or spend hundreds on supplements. What your body needs, especially as you age, is consistent care, thoughtful routines, and nourishment that supports, not stresses, your system. Each of these foods is more than just a snack. They are signals, gentle reminders to your body that healing is possible, strength is still within reach, and vitality doesn't have an expiration date. You deserve to wake up feeling steady on your feet, energized to start your day, and confident in your body. And the journey there doesn't start in the gym. It starts in your kitchen, and it starts tonight. So here's your invitation. Try just one of these tonight. Just one small act of kindness to your future self. Maybe a couple of kiwis. Maybe a soft-boiled egg. Maybe a spoonful of cottage cheese. No pressure, no perfection, just a beginning. And remember this, age may take many things, but with the right support, it doesn't have to take your strength. Your body is always listening. Let's start giving it the tools it needs to thrive. If this video inspired you, share it with someone you care about. Leave a comment. What's your bedtime routine? What changes have you noticed with food and sleep? I read every story, and your voice could inspire someone else to begin their own journey. Until next time, take care of your body, rest deeply, and wake up stronger. You deserve that.